back to the Call to Mothering vlog. We started our homeschool year several weeks ago now, and when I think about the fact that I have homeschooled all of the elementary grades so far and have now started 6th grade middle school with my oldest, it's pretty amazing to think about the fact that 6 years ago when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. And as I mentioned in my first video, homeschooling was not something that I intended to do. It's not something that was even on my radar when my son started school. And it was something that we ended up just kind of falling into because of the circumstances at the time. And we just continued on with it because we ended up loving it, and it ended up being the best thing for my children. And when I think about the fact that I didn't have confidence in myself when we first started out, I think that's because I had all these ideas about what homeschooling is supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like. And we think about the fact that we're not crafty enough, we are not patient enough, we're not equipped, we're not qualified, we don't have the degree or the education necessary to homeschool our children or teach them at home. And one of the things I think we're conditioned to believe is that the village can meet our children's needs better than we can. All of the experts out there, the ones that have the teaching degrees, the teachers that have taught in school for many, many years, they are better equipped to handle our children's education needs, and they're better qualified than we are. But that's simply not true. As parents, we know our children better than anybody else. We know what they like and what they dislike. We know how they learn best. We know what makes them tick. We know what makes them get excited and what they're passionate about. And we can tailor our education at home to their needs and their likes and dislikes and preferences and interests and passions. And in a classroom, a teacher can't teach to an individual child. They have a lesson plan and they have a curriculum that they follow, and that's supposed to teach and meet the needs of all the children in that particular classroom. But at home, we can provide a tailored education for our kids and meet their needs right where they're at. And what we don't know, we can always learn. We can always read, we can study it, we can learn alongside of our children. And that's something I've been doing for the past 6 years. I've been learning so much alongside of my 2 children. And one of the things I'd encourage you about is that you know more than you think you do. You have a wealth of information and knowledge to pass along to your children. You know, like I said, you know them inside and out because you've been with them from birth or from when they were very young if you adopted them. So you know your children better than anybody else, better than a teacher, even though they may have the teaching degree and that educational background. Another thing that I think we believe as parents and as a society is that our role as parents is to just to parent, to provide the discipline and the shelter, the clothing, the food, all those things at home, and obviously to love our children as well. And so there are these different roles or spheres of influence that we believe we have. And we think that the school has one role or sphere of influence, and that is to teach our children. So our role as parents is to provide all those other things that the school doesn't provide. And we do not provide the teaching part of things. So we just need to leave the teaching up to the experts and do the rest as parents at home. There was that tweet recently by, I believe, a teacher in Pennsylvania who said that he was concerned that parents would be listening in on his classroom through the virtual learning. And it kind of sent the message that parents are in the way, that parents are an interference in the educational process. And we kind of have this mixed message. As parents, we hear that we should be involved in our children's education, and that's a good thing. And then on the other hand, we're also told, and we see different things posted on social media quite often these days, that we are interfering in the educational process sometimes. And the truth is that we have the right to direct our children's upbringing and their education. We have the right to pass on our values to our children, and we have the right and the freedom to choose an education that will be the best for them. There was also an article recently about a school district that sent a waiver to parents and asked them to sign off on not listening in on their children's virtual learning, and that communicated that the district didn't trust parents to either facilitate or be a part of their children's learning. And I think one aspect of that is they felt that parents might be listening in on sensitive information or confidential information that would be shared from other students in the classroom. And I can appreciate that. However, parents have a huge role in their children's education, and they should know what the teacher is teaching them. So I just want to encourage you that whether you have just started homeschooling, or you have been doing it for years, or maybe your child has gone back to school in person, or they're doing virtual learning, and you've decided it's really not the best thing for them, that you really do know what's best for your own child. I want to encourage all of you also that you may not know everything about everything, and that's perfectly fine. And not every teacher does know everything about a certain subject. Like I said, you can learn about something that you don't already know, and you can learn it alongside of your child. You can get a curriculum that has all the lesson plans planned out for you for the entire school year, and just order a boxed curriculum. But you know what's best for your child, and you are the expert. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and also ring the notification bell to be notified when new videos are posted. I'll see you soon.